everybody, and welcome back to Kenji's Gaming. Kenji's here bringing you Valheim. Alright guys, the reason why I'm doing this is because I needed a bit of time out of Space Engineers, and you guys have been asking after another game. So do remember to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, tap that notification bell, and leave us a nice comment below. Alright guys, I've done a little bit of setup on this. Created our character, Archangelus, using some of the new character creation tools, because if you go into new, they've added in like a whole load of new different hairstyles. I'm not going to go into all of them. A load of new different beards as well, so we can create some weird and wacky characters and call it whatever we want. So I've used the braided ponytail, I've used the neat short beard. It's given us a basic leather tunic, and that's all good. I've also created Archangelus world again, starting from scratch. Now if I go world modifiers, as you can see here, I put combat on normal, so basically we're taking the normal type of damage. Death penalty I put as casual, so we don't, as you see there, it says we would not drop any gear whatsoever, which is great considering the fact that I can't be bothered to run in just a leather tunic back to find all the gear whilst I'm recording videos with you guys. I've also doubled the resource rate because I've found, and this is my personal experience, but I've found like things like the leather drops from boars early on in the game is way too low. I mean way too low considering how much you need to create something like the trousers or the pants, depending on which nation you're from. Yeah, it can be quite difficult. Raid rate I've put as much less so that we can enjoy the game more, build things more, etc, etc. And I've now put portals on portal items so that we can just walk straight through portal with metal, because in this game, this is the bit I really have not fathomed yet. Why is it, if we're carrying a lump of ore or an ingot of something, we cannot pass through a gate, yet we can wear a full suit of armor made out of metal and we can't go through the gate? Doesn't make sense. So yeah, I put it on portal. I've not added any of these, so things like no build cost or anything like that, because I'm not building anything cosmetic at the moment, so I thought I'd just leave it as that. Okay, so yeah, let's get into the game. It's quite a long intro, but which game doesn't have an interesting intro into it? Okay, so loading in. When you have built a bed, don't forget to clean it. Very good advice. A number of times I've done that, and I've ended up a zillion miles away from wherever it is I built my first base. Come on. Generating base. He says, twiddling his thumbs, literally. 50%. I wonder if it's going to be one of those ones where it's just going to suddenly jump. Now I could use also in conjunction with this, I could use the there's an online feature that somebody's created, which is like a world map, so you can find things like the trader, you can find things like the there's a female trader I can't remember the name of, and there's another guy now you can also add. Okay, long ago the All-Father Odin united the worlds. He threw down his foes and cast them into the 10th world, and then split the bowels which held their prison to the world tree and left it to drift unanchored, the place of exile. For centuries this world slumbered uneasily, but it did not die. As glacial ages passed, kingdoms rose and fell out of sight of the gods. When Odin heard his enemies were growing again in strength, he looked to Midgard and sent his Valkyries to scour the battlefield for the greatest of their warriors. Dead to the world, they would be born again in Valheim. So technically speaking, you can call all of this a redux. Hey, there we are, being carried by the Valkyrie. I mean, look at that. I mean, very much different to the sort of the Valkyries that most people think of. You know, women in armour and all this sort of thing. Okay, wherever some sort of landmass is. They disabled the map. And we'll be able to see it when we land. Something coming in. I love the wings. I mean, look at that, red tips on the wings and all that. I love how they designed that model. Incredible model. Up through the trees, through the faces. Oh, we've been dropped down. There we go. Okay. So we've now got Hugin, one of the messenger crows. Yeah. So Hugin sent you to go to travels, make this friend use sacrificial stones, represent the Forsaken, which you must slay in order to ascend into Valhalla. Well, we know what Valhalla is, so we'll grab that. Oh, Exeter is not that far away. Oh, cool. Okay, that explains why I can see land very quickly. Okay, so there's all sorts of bits and pieces that we can grab around us. So we just grab half this stuff from around the place. What's he talking about? Okay, so yeah, we've already done that. Beat you to it there. Right, now I know behind some of these is usually... There we go. Mushrooms, not the magic type. Got some strawberries. Hey, we've improved our farming. Okay, you found a snack. Consume it to improve your health and stamina, but beware, before long you'll grow hungry again. Yeah, and also our health will go down, the stamina will go down, all this sort of lovely jubbly stuff. Okay, so we've grabbed everything we can get at the moment. I'm gonna do a hammer to begin with, just so I've got something I can defeat enemies with, just in case there's anything around here. Right, improve run. What do you got to say? Oh yeah, simple stuff there. So at the moment we can't really do too much in terms of like things like even cutting these down. But we can punch. We can also kick. Some of these will eventually break. Okay, let's have something to eat. There we go, so we've got some more materials. Now punching is a viable way of actually fighting as well. I prefer a longer range weapon like a spear, especially early on. Okay, can we do... Well, we can do a hammer. But I really want a stone axe, so we need to find some more stone. Okay. Now on the map, this is what I tend to do, is I use the circular marker to mark down RB for raspberry. Yeah, so... Oh, look at this, loads of stone in here. A lot of this will probably respawn anyway. Oh, that means our run skill's probably gone up again. So if I go into, yeah, this one here, skills, and you see run 2, farming 1, club 0, etc. So you get the idea. Okay, let's get a stone axe in there. That will replace our club. I've got enough to build a hammer as well. So we're going to sort those two out. Okay, hammer is going to be what we're going to use to build stuff. We're going to just basically get a bit of a message about that here. There we go. With this tool you can raise mighty halls and towering fortifications. Start by building a workbench. This will enable you to construct other things. Okay, so if we bring that up, press right mouse button, here we go. So workbench, we're going to need 10 wood. So simply put, wrong item. Yeah, we get a torch to begin with. Where was that? It was over here, wasn't it? I usually start using the fallen logs there we go, wood cutting level 1. That's probably level 2 already. I mean, we can cut down these trees, but I think... I'm going to be careful because I don't really want to destroy these bushes. I'm just using these trees to begin with. Just quickly grab some wood. I mean, given time, these wood change into actual trees. Dandelion. Have some of them. Why not? We'll knock this one down while we're here. Okay, that's an enemy. Right there. Little grayling there. Alright. That's our first enemy defeated. Okay, so we know we've got a river down here. So I think it's going to be a good place to start building a permanent residence, because we know where the there's deer. Oh, that was a lucky shot. Being able to kill the deer that early on. Whew. I've not done that before. Okay, so the river goes that way. Oh, got a raspberry bush there. I'm going to grab that too. Make sure we drop that down. Or raspberry bushes, I should say. Oh, some sort of a fortification there. What we've got here? Rune. Long ages passed when the All-Father Odin yielded to the worlds. He threw down the Vanir, the giants and the creatures older than the others. Races of them would not be killed, instead forsaken, exiled here to Valheim for eternity. When they tread the earth, the lesser creatures jump like crumbs on a drumskin. You'll know what to do when you see them. Yeah, usually run. Okay, I'll use this one here for runes. I don't know what you guys use, but that's the one I use. I'll just put your rune. Okay, so nice big area over there too, but I'm really looking... Oh, flint. We need those for arrows later on, especially if we're going up against like the first creature. Can't really run these down, not at the level we're at. Having them trapped, that was like the best thing that we could actually have had. Okay, there's an opening there. Alright, that looks like it's going out to sea. Okay, so we've got a choice here. Alright, I am... Okay, so we can either build a bridge across to there and build over there. I mean, we could swim across, I guess, which is another good way of doing things. Just sort of grabbing resources on the fly. No, I can't get that. That's a nice big area there too, so... Yeah, I'm going to use this area here as an area to build, because I think then later on when we expand we can then build like some further structures, fortifications, things like that. I mean, we've got that cliff face at the back there we could probably do something with. Yeah, these greylings just don't like the fact that we're digging up their area. Oh, missed. They drop resin. We'll find a use for that later on. Alright, so we cleared up quite a bit of the space, so that's good news. I like the fact that the... Oh yeah, so our inventory is full. So we've got the... If we look at how the lay of the land is, we could probably get an idea of where's a good place to build. We just really want a small hut to begin with. Unfortunately, where we need to build is right about here. Okay, so let's get a workbench somewhere around here. Place to put it. Oh, there we go. You basically saw what you said there. I don't really need to read too much into that one. Okay, so just appear again somewhere. Did I just miss him? No, nowhere around. Okay, workbenches, yeah, they do give us a lot more. We do need to build a structure around it first. As it says, we don't really need to do too much fancy stuff at the moment. We can actually get away with something very, very simple and stupid looking. I mean, we could just do something like that. Too exposed? Okay, where is it too exposed? Alright, okay, maybe they've changed the mechanics. We need to do maybe something like that. Put that on the back wall then. Probably don't really need to go to this level of degree of messing around. There we go. We can repair items, like we've just done. Yeah, we've got more options here. Okay, so we can build a flint axe, so it's a better one than the stone axe, so cut down trees and things like that faster. So I think that's going to be our next port of call. A hoe. You know, obviously don't need a hooker. So that's better. That allows us to do things like flatten land and things like that. That's about all we can do at the moment. So we'll find some more resources. Okay. So furniture wise, we've got that. Okay. Okay, we can build these stacks to put wood in. So basically, okay, this is a stack of 50. It just basically puts everything into. Where are you? There you are. Oh, he's talking about this one. So basically, what we do is we can say, okay, we want to level the ground around here. We're going to go. Was it middle? Yeah, middle mouse button. We can left click. We can then flatten the ground around it, so that we can then have a level surface to then build everything on. As you see, we've got a little bit of a ridge growing there, but yeah, okay. So we've now got a nice little work area. We'll throw in that little area there. There we go. So we got our first workbench, and from here, everything else is good gravy. So I'm going to probably build out a bit more this way. I'm going to build my first hut here. So get ourselves a nice bit of land. There's two ways of doing this. Now, my personal favourite is raising it off the ground a bit and then building a platform and then everything on that platform. You can just put like the wooden on the floor, but there's a case of finding the highest point. So I usually start off with something like this and go, I'm going to go here and then now what was it now? Cycle snapping. There we go. So I'm going to cycle snapping to the corner for the moment. Go back to auto. So I like alternating the floor in this. It gives a nice little pattern. We can bring it out maybe to about. No, we'll bring it to there, and then from there we can then add in. Going to add in some taller pillars just to be able to create the appearance that I want. I mean, I could go to town, I could put them all underneath to support the entire structure, but I'm just going to leave it there. As you can see, night is also drifting in as well, so we better be quick with this as well. I'll just build a simple 4x4. Missing requirement, I need more wood. It's going to be harder to see at the moment, as to be expected. We don't really have any roof, so I think we're just going to have to work through the night. So I think it's now time we start cutting down trees. I don't think there's anything up here. No, nothing up here. Now we are in, as you can see in the top left, right of the screen. It says we're in the meadows area. Now there is an area which is black forest. We've got to make sure that we don't go into there at the moment. We've got to be careful because if it falls on us, it will hurt a lot. There we go. Unfortunately, light does attract the greylings and anything else in the area. Oh! Well, that was a bore. Oh, that was pretty easy. I was expecting a bit more of a challenge, but there we go. Alright, now where were we? So we've done our 4x4 section. I can't really see what I'm doing. Just about made out the building. Right. Well, we've got nightfall come, so let's get a campfire going. Corner here for now. Add a load of wood to the fire. At a cooking station. And we'll cook some of that boar meat that we got earlier on. From here, let's figure out where we're going to put the stairs. We really need some stairs leading up to this place. Oh, let's grab that before it. There we go. So we've got some cooked boar meat. Alright, so also when we got the boar meat and all that, we also got the recipe for the raid trousers. We don't have enough of that at the moment. We've only got one piece, so we need to find 4 more. I was expecting actually to get more out of the boar, and that was not a deliberate run. You know what? I think I am going to put the staircase there. I'm going to bury another one into the ground. We've got a way up. From there, put a door. I'm going to use the wooden gate because I actually find that it's a better door than the wooden door, personally. Hey, got it the right way now. So that'll be like 1.5 high, just to be able to get that in there. So if I make this 2 units high, which is about, that's about 4 meters. Now the weird part of all of this is, to begin with, we're going to have the campfire outside of here. Later on, when we get to like places like the Black Forest and all that, we can then start doing things like getting well, we can get copper, and then later on in the swamp we can get the iron we need. Oh, there's the other leather scrap. So we did get 2. Hey! So just need to find another boar eventually. Oh! Run! See what I mean? Sometimes you can get crushed. That's cool though. I mean, yeah, we needed a lot of wood. Oh, got injured there. Yeah, these guys are not happy. I'm cutting down their home. Hopefully dawn will come soon. Oh, don't have enough stamina. There we go. We're back on board. There we go. It's pitch black, I know. You can barely see a thing, but let's get a simple structure sorted out, so at least we can create a respawn point. Here's one thing I do love about this game, though, is the fact that with a lot of games it takes forever just to be able to then create a simple building. I mean, we can't do anything fancy like adding windows and stuff like that. Not the traditional windows anyway at the moment. Not until we get to the mountain biome, which is going to be a while. For now, let's see what we've got. We'll slap in a bed in there. you were going to say about the fact it's a good idea. Oh, we need a roof. Okay, forgot about the roof. Okay, so let's add in the roof. Going to use the 26 degree for this. Now, which way around is this? So, add in the corners. Out of wood again. Oh, we do have a mass pile of wood here, so we're going to utilise that. Okay, that goes in the corner there. And I think dawn is coming. I think I saw light. No, probably not. I think I've only created this 4x3 at the moment, so it's not really a problem actually. I think if anything actually it's a blessing, because what we can then do, as hard as it is to see at the moment, if we go around this way, we add in a ladder. Say, get up to the roof, not fall through the hole. And what we can then do is add in a couple of points here. Also snap that and the roof in there. There we go. So, go away. There we go. So what we can then do is later on, when we can see, we can probably create an area that's lower in here. Add in the campfire on the ground, and then the smoke can go through there. Theoretically. Oh, I missed that. Missed one of the... yeah, because you need ventilation for the smoke, which is good physics, actually, you know, in a game like this. Do that. It's a pretty good place. I like that. For now, we're just going to have to wait for the campfire outside to extinguish before we can really do too much. I can't really see what I'm doing, so I'm not going to bother. So I'm going to claim that. Oh. Should have just left it there, actually, thinking about it. Where are you? Furniture. There we go. Day 2 is coming. Can't sleep at this time. As you see, dawn is upon us. I mean, we built a simple structure overnight. How cool is that? And what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to put in the wooden chest and put some of our resources in it. Control? Yeah, control. I'm going to put food in there. And plant-like resources. So that's that chest full. I'll have another one there. We'll put in our other resources, things we're not using. Clear up our inventory, lower our weight as well, because yeah, we can only hold a certain amount of stuff. Oh yeah, we've also now got access to crude bow as well, which we need leather scraps for. So what else do we need? We need trousers, wooden shield. need leather. Again, spear, need leather. So everything needs leather. But we will get there. Let's upgrade some of the stuff we've got. Okay, so hammer and hoe we need to do. We just need wood and stone. So upgrading actually makes things more durable. It allows certain things actually it allows us access to other things. But most of the time, oh right, because we can't do it at the moment because we ain't got the right additions. So that would normally be under crafting. So here we go. So we need, like, for chopping block we need 10 wood, 10 flint. For tanning rack we need a load of stuff, as you can see. Yeah, to my left there. Alrighty then. So it's day. It's time to go hunting. So I think we'll go exploring through the woods. Put some more flint there, which is great because we need that. Can't see him. The only thing this game doesn't allow at the moment is actually being able to draw from nearby chests. One thing I wish they did have. Now, if we had the spear, we could probably throw it at it. Oh! It's called a neck. It's a food source, basically. I'm not entirely sure what a neck's meant to be. It's like some sort of like a lizard creature with arms. Cut stone there. Also looking for other structures on the island, because certain structures have certain things that you can get, like honey, for example. Another great food source, actually. Let me go in there. Doesn't seem to be anything up there. Can't really see anything across the river. There's all this fog in the way. Bugger. Wrong time to run out of food. But we got it anyway. Yeah, we got a bit of raspberries. That'll keep us going for now. Flint. Some flint is in the water as well, so you've got to keep an eye in there. You can actually get the resources out of the water as well. Yeah, there we go. And you can even learn how to swim, provided you've got enough stamina, otherwise you drown. I've never really spent enough time in the water to actually practice swimming. Maybe I'll have to do so. I mean in the game, not in real life. Okay, I told you about different biomes. This is Black Forest. This is one where it is recommended you try and avoid it for a while. So it's basically saying, don't come here, otherwise you're going to die very, very quickly. What are you saying? There's a trader nearby? Oh. No, sorry, the traders are in the Black Forest. But unfortunately for us, it's an area, that's like a no-go area at the moment. The way they've sort of done it in the game is actually rather smart. If you wander into an area and you haven't even slain the what is this? Like an old Right, barn area. I'm going to just put in WS for wooden structure. I'll be able to tell if it's got honey by the fact that you can hear it. Damn, missed. Or on the other hand... That's practice more than anything. I've been lucky. Stone is something I would recommend early on in the game. You know, get as much as you can. I don't have enough energy to climb the mountain at the moment. What else we got? Mushrooms. Definitely something worth labeling. So, skeleton? Right, we are nowhere near ready for a skelly. Ouch. Ah! Run away! Put the tool away. Run away! Hopefully the skelly's not followed. But yeah, we are nowhere close ready for a skelly. Oh, hello. Fresh meat. That's one down. Where'd the other one go? Somewhere into the mist over here, if I remember. There it is. Right. Couple that with what we got. I think we got enough. Let's have a mushroom. Get some of our health back. Because yeah, food does restore health. Later on in the game we can produce potions, which will also allow us to do exactly the same thing. Alright. What do we want to do here? I want to probably put away a lot of this other stuff. And move those. I'm going to go with the ragged trousers to begin with, which will give us another point of armour. So, equip those. And I think I'm going to go... Flint spear. Because I prefer that as a weapon for... Basically it's long range and it's high speed. Then what we'll do is we'll come back later, we'll get a shield, because you can dual wield shield and spear. I think you can anyway. Yeah, it's a great weapon. Not only that, if I press the middle mouse button for example, we can launch it as a missile. So, deer, look out. We're coming for you. Because later on, I can't remember the recipe. Later on, we can actually make armor out of deer hide. I think, yeah, the crude bow is then going to be like our next item after that. just so that we can actually make it a little bit of everything. Okay, let's see now. Let's try up north. See what we've got up this way. Oh, look at that. Darn it, missed. Here's a bit of a trick using the spear, learning about what angle to throw it at. Some people actually will say, and I agree with them, make multiple. Oh, oak tree. Make multiple of them to be able to effectively go up against things that you're hunting. I mean, we could actually make something up here as well, eventually, because we've got like a nice big area up here. Oh! Look at this! This is one of the summoning areas for Hunter's Kin, there you go. For one of the Forsaken. So we've got 2 on this island. That's rare, but okay, that's cool. Probably might not actually build anything up here until later. Okay, big glades like this, there's one little trick I've learned. You need raspberries en masse. Just look in the borders and you will find them. Yeah? Mark them off, because they'll be all around the edge. So like, if I can't really see it on here, but if I was to follow this entire edge up here, up to wherever it goes and then down again, I could probably find a fair amount of raspberries. Now, you are going to need them later on in the game, I'm going to admit that. Damn it. I think I just disturbed the boar as well, so he's probably hunting for me. No, he's up this way. Him and his mate. I'll tell you what, this is a good one. I'm finding lots and lots of leather. Yeah, so like I said, there's another raspberry bush. All in the same area. Oh, sorry, I'm in the same one, sorry. What we got? So if we wait for that deer to stop. Oh, no, he's seen us. Well, that basically proves my point, doesn't it? And I think that was a 1-star deer, because I got a lot out of that. I didn't actually really take note of it. Dandelions, the Respions. Ah, there we go. Like I said, another raspberry bush. So, it's just a neat little trick that I figured out. Oh, raspberry bush, RB. Oh, I thought that was mountain area there, my bad. There's something to think, okay, what do we do near mountains? See what I mean? Bit more of a reach. Easily killed that that grayling. Yep, sneak is the thing. Oh, if that was any the lower, I would have missed that. That truly was a bit of a lucky shot there. Took a bit of a gamble, but it paid off. Where are we at in weight? 200. Alright, I hear another one. But okay, again, another raspberry bush. So just proving my point there. Alright guys, so we've got to the point now where we're a bit more established. We've got a little bit more armor. We've got food. We've got a base started, and we found ourselves with a plethora of resources. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here for now and probably take our hero back to base. But I think this is a good place to leave it. And I think next time we're going to keep on hunting for boar, keep on trying to expand our resources, and maybe expand our base a little bit more and get some of the stuff in place for future proofing. And then I think, well, then the world's our oyster. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll catch you next time on Cangelus Gaming.